This is the Shake Sauce 2 Masterclass. I'm going to be going over everything you need to know about the new plugin Shake Sauce 2. I'm going to show you guys how to make custom presets, how to import and export presets, and all the little tips and tricks. If you don't have Shake Sauce 2 installed, go ahead and hit the link in the description down below. It's an After Effects plugin that makes Shake insanely easy. You will get a 7-day free trial so you could try it out 100% risk-free. If you don't like it, you can cancel anytime. The best part about it is that there is this insane referral program. If you want Shake Sauce 2 free for life, all you have to do is refer it to 3 of your friends, and once they sign up for Shake Sauce 2, you will get a free lifetime subscription, which is pretty fire. As soon as you guys download Shake Sauce 2, you'll get an email that will describe the details for the free subscription for life. But if you need more details on the referral program, make sure you email support@briandelamita.com. It's an insane referral program if you want Shake Sauce 2 free for life. With that being said, let's hop straight into After Effects. I'm gonna show you guys everything you need to know about Shake Sauce 2. Now that we're inside After Effects, this is the Shake Sauce UI. You guys can honestly dock it anywhere you want in the scene, but I like to leave it up in this corner right here. And then if I need to mess with my properties, I'll just go here. My effects and presets are right here, and my preview is also right here. But I like to leave it right here in the corner. Shake Sauce 2 looks pretty fire. If you guys mess around with this left and right arrow key, as you guys can see, it skips over each frame, which is pretty fire. I usually do this in the preview tab. I usually do this, but it's pretty cool how Shake Sauce 2 has that, so that's a pretty interesting feature. We got the preset tab, and we also have the custom tab. I'm gonna be going over the preset tab first. We'll go ahead and press on constant. These will be the presets already saved. If you hover over each one of them, you guys can see what the effect does. So we're gonna go ahead and press on the handheld. As you guys can see, that's the effect will be. We got shaky, we got shaky hands, we got side to side, we got smooth hands, we got up and down, we got wavy, we got zoom bounce. Constant is pretty much meaning that the whole clip is gonna have the effect placed. So what we want to do to add it is we're going to press on the clip. Let's press on earthquake and let's go ahead and press add. And now if we play it back, as you guys can see, it's shaking the whole time. Easy as that to add an effect. And for us to delete that effect, if you don't want that effect no more, for us to delete it, just going to go ahead and press on the trash bin. And that goes ahead and deletes everything for you, which is fire. Now if we go ahead and press on the keyframe, this is going to be mainly for the transitions. As you guys can see, if we hover over it, it'll stop because this is mainly for a transition. We got light, we got nodding, we got pump, we got quick, we got sideways, we got stomp, we got twitch, we got vertical, we got zoom twist. Now for us to add a transition, you're gonna put your playhead exactly where you want the transition to take place. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in between these two clips. We're gonna choose on the one that we want. Let's go with zoom. We go ahead and press the check mark. It's gonna load in, and as you guys can see, it adds a transition super fast. Now if we play it back, so fire. Let's say if you guys want a different transition, all you're gonna do is bring your playhead back to that center. Let's say we want to do stomp instead. We'll press on it and press on the check mark. Now if we play back, we get stomp instead. Super easy to switch up, which is so fire. Like I said before, if you want to remove that transition, you press on the clip, go ahead and press the trash button, and it's gone, just like that. Super easy. Let's go ahead and press on zoom and add it. Play it back, got something like that. What's also pretty cool, guys, if you press U on your keyboard, you will see exactly where the keyframes are taking place. If you guys head over to the left side, you guys can see Shake Sauce 2. And what's pretty cool is that we have full control over the full effect. As you guys can see, if we're over position, we have the position amplitude and position frequency. We also have the separate dimensions if you click on that. If you guys bring out the dimensions, as you guys can see, we have the X amplitude, the X frequency. The amplitude is pretty much the intensity of the clip. The frequency is how fast or how much it moves. Let's say we wanted to have more shake. We're gonna go to the position frequency. Let's bring that up. Let's bring that up to 20. Now when we play back, you guys can see it shakes way more. So this is another cool thing about it. You could honestly tweak it to your own liking, and you could switch it up manually just from going to the effects control on Shake Sauce 2. Let's say I want to make it flicker more. I'm gonna open up the flicker right here. The flicker is at 0, so let's go ahead and keyframe that. Let's make the flicker 1. As soon as the transition happens, let's bring that flicker up to 5. And then right here, it already automatically goes back down to 0. So if we play it back, we got more of a flicker going on in the transition. Now we pretty much have our own custom preset inside the zoom. If you guys find yourself doing this a lot, tweaking the settings on the preset, I highly suggest saving your own preset. And for you to do that, you go ahead and press on the pencil tool. These custom presets will pop up. And from here, you could also mess around the settings just like we were doing on the left side. Let's say we bring that frequency up. You guys can see it shakes a lot more. Let's say if we bring it up to 280, too much shake, but just showing you guys how it's done. Another cool effect is for your custom preset. We know that transition is going to take place right here in the middle. If you press on set center keyframes, if we zoom in on our timeline, you guys can see it adds a red X. That red X pretty much means exactly where the transition will take place. And just like before, if you press on separate dimensions, let's go ahead and round and mess with the X. Press this to add a keyframe. Press U to see our keyframe. You can also mess with the Y. Press to add a keyframe and bring that amplitude up to 66. Bring that Y frequency 3. Then once you guys come up with your own preset, if you want to save it, you just press on the save button right here. You can go ahead and name it. We're going to name it Shake 1. Press save. Now if we go back to preset, we go to keyframe. If we scroll down, as you guys can see, Shake 1 is saved. All you do is press it, press apply. And it will automatically add it for you every single time, which is pretty cool. The best part about it, if you guys ever want to switch up the settings of your own preset, you just press on it, go back to that pencil tool, and that will open up the settings for it, and you can always tweak it to your liking there, which is pretty fire. Let's say you guys want to delete a custom preset you don't want it no more, you go back to presets, you go on your Shake 1, you go ahead and delete it. You go back to your Shake 1, you press on the X. It's gonna ask if you want to delete it forever. You can press yes, and there, it's done. Press on constant, we have the settings flicker, motion blur, custom, and mirror. So if we go ahead and press on flicker, it'll show you all the presets with flicker in them. Go and select that. We press on motion blur, it'll show you all the motion blur effects. Press on mirror, the same thing. And then if you had saved custom presets, you press on that, it will show up right here. Another cool thing is we have the search bar right here. So let's say we're on constant, and let's say we search up wavy. It'll come up for the preset that's already saved there. This is pretty much a faster way to find your preset saved. Now let's head over to our custom tab. The only option we have here is this plus icon, so we'll go ahead and press on it. An adjustment layer will pop up. This is pretty much where we could do a custom preset from scratch if you guys don't want to mess with the other presets. If you guys press on separate dimensions, you guys can mess with the X amp, the X frequency, the Y amp, the Y frequency. But for the tutorial's sake, we're going to unselect that. We're just going to mess with amp and frequency. So let's go ahead and add a keyframe on amp and frequency right there. And let's go to the middle where the transition is going to take place. If you double click on it, you can enter your value. Let's make our amp 30. We're going to double click on frequency. Let's make that frequency about 8. And then we're going to go 3 keyframes in. 1, 2, 3. We're going to double click. Bring that back down to 0. Or we could just use the slider, bring that back down to 0. If we press U on our keyboard, we can see the keyframes that we just made. And when we play it back, we have a shuttle shake like that. If we want something more crazy, let's go back to the center. Bring that frequency up. Let's bring that frequency up to about 30. Let's press on those 2 keyframes. Let's push it out a little bit more. Let's bring that amp up to 80. Now we play it back. You guys can see it has more of an intense shake. If you guys want a crazy shake, let's bring that up to 60. Let's bring that amp up to 100. We play it back. We have that insane shake right there happening. And this is only the position tab. If we go ahead and press on the right arrow, we have the rotation and the scale. So let's go to the beginning of our transition. Let's go ahead and mess with the scale. Let's keyframe it there. Let's bring it to where our transition takes place. Let's bring that scale up to 150. Then we'll go back to the end. Bring that scale back down to 0. If we play it back, we got that cool little scale in as well. Also, another cool little tip, guys. If you press Alt and you press on the keyframe, it will automatically make your keyframe easy ease, which is a pretty fire tip. So let's go back to our position. Let's press Alt on these keyframes, and it automatically easy ease them for us, which is super clean. Now we play it back, we have something more smooth. We also have the flicker and the blur section. Let's say we want to add a flicker. Let's go to the flicker section. Let's go ahead and keyframe our flicker bright right there. Let's go to the middle of the transition. Let's bring that up to about 5. Go to the transition ends. Let's bring that back down to 0. Play it back. Got that little flicker with it. Like I said before, let's press Alt on a keyframe. Automatically easy ease for us. Super fire. We also mess with the motion blur. I usually like the motion blur around 180, but if you want more motion blur, you could obviously bring it up. If you guys want no motion blur, you could also bring it down to 0. Got something like that. I think usually around 180 it looks the cleanest. So we're gonna bring it back to 180. We got something like that. If you guys press on the time icon, it will remove those keyframes that we just did. Go ahead and press it. As you guys can see, it removed the brightness from our scene because we're pressing that time icon. So let's go ahead and add that again. Let's go back here, keyframe at 0, go to the middle, at the 5, get that back down to 0. I'm gonna go ahead and press Alt to easy ease. Got something like this still. Just like that, we made our own custom preset instead of having to mess with our own presets that's already built in. And since we know the transition is taking place right here, let's go ahead and press set center keyframes. What that does, it turns those keyframes red. Now every time we apply this effect, the transition will always take place right there. If we want to save our custom preset, we go right here. Let's go ahead and name it Shake 2. Go ahead and press save. I will go back to our presets and we go to keyframe. You guys can see Shake 2 was already there and saved. One of the best things about Shake Sauce 2 is that you guys can share and trade your custom presets with your friends. Let's say we want to export the Shake 2 custom preset that we just did. We press on it. Go ahead and press on this export button and this will pop up. You can save it to wherever you want to save it. Then let's say one of your friends has a custom preset that they have. They'll save it and they'll send you the file, and then all you have to do to import it is press this arrow right here, and you can go ahead and import it once you have the file. For you guys to see the custom preset loaded into Shake Sauce 2, you're gonna have to reset your After Effects for it to happen. If there's anything else you want to learn about Shake Sauce 2, let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to be sharing a bunch more tips, but this is the general rundown. If you haven't already downloaded Shake Sauce 2, make sure you hit the link in the description down below. Try it out for 7 days free. It's 100% risk free. free. You could cancel anytime. It's affiliate link in the description, guys. If you guys support my channel, make sure you go ahead and get Shake Sauce 2 with my link in the description down below. It really helps support the channel. And also, if you want Shake Sauce 2 free for life, all you have to do is refer it to 3 of your friends, have them sign up with your link that you're going to be getting inside your email, and you'll get a free lifetime subscription. If you don't know how to find that email, make sure you email support@briandelamata.com. That's it for today, boys. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. We're dropping tutorials every single week, and hit that like button if you enjoyed Shake Sauce 2. That being said, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.